Hey. Hi, Mushroom Overlord. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. It's Budgie Boys. Oh, you know it. Every October. No, no, you know what? Let's cut the music. Ha, hello. Was that Let Her In and Cast Up Appleteato? Yes, it was. You saw correctly. Last year was one hell of an October. Because last year I did a full illustration every stream, and it was all inspired on my favorite horror stories. So, yeah. I'm gonna be doing that again this October. I'm just not sure um which stories. I do have a list started. I wasn't doing like an illustration every day, but it was like, you know, I would stream every other day. And honestly, illustrations are really easy for me. And each stream was like 3 hours, so it wasn't that hard. Anyway, we actually have a lot to get doing. I'm gonna be working on a new gift tuber or something. I'm not sure what is going on with this, but before we get started, I wanted to do a redraw of an old art piece that I did, oh god, coming up on 4 years ago, that I was just feeling nostalgic for, and I thought I'd try to draw it again, just as like a little exercise. Sad art fight is almost over. I'm actually, I don't know what happened to me, but I'm kind of glad art fight is almost over because I ran out of steam so fast. So I just kind of gave up. it's it feels bad to say, but then I'm sitting here like, art fight is not mandatory. It's just a fun thing, and summer is my least favorite time of year. It's when I get the seasonal depression, so it was, I had to give myself grace for not being as motivated to do a lot of heavy commitment during a time of my least favorite time of year. It's your first year. I don't know what I'm gonna do with, with your life now. Yeah, August is also gonna be my break month, which is when I just work on a bunch of writing and doing things off stream. Maybe I'll stream occasionally, but then September is Subtember, so I'm definitely gonna be I'm back in the New York groove for September. Hopefully, that is the plan currently. And for September, I usually work on, because I've been doing it for the past 2 years, where I work on an animatic music video. I have an idea for this year's. I haven't started scripting it. That's kind of what August is gonna be for. But I think I've picked a song. And it's a secret. And then October is fall illustrations, where I do fall themed illustrations. Last year I did, as you saw, a bunch of My Little Pony creepypastas. I did a few for Over the Garden Wall, and I did some for my favorite horror movies like Silence of the Lambs and The Thing. This year, I have other plans. Well, not other plans, but I'm going to be doing the same thing, but differently. This pose is kind of awkward, so I'm going to try and... Alright, that's the first attempt. Excuse me. Huh. Man. The birder match is fighting back. Excuse me. Now, I say animatic because it's not... I'm not actually posing. Oh, that's why, because she's not slouchy. I mean, not posing. I'm not actually animating. I'm just doing an animatic, which is Storyboard Plus. With a few frames. Now, this year I did... Not this year. Last year I did go a little bit harder with the animation, so there were some sequences that were fully animated. I tried to do lip syncing this last time. It's all on my YouTube channel, which is linked on my About page, or at Just Rune LOL on YouTube. Shameless plug. Dab. So glad I don't have my webcam on. And probably won't have a webcam on for quite a while. I mean, I want to keep the same essence of the art because I'm supposed to be, like, floating or something. That's why you need a PNG tuber trust. Oh yeah, I'm no stranger to PNG tubers, which is why once I finish this warm-up piece, I'm gonna start working on that. I kind of want to do more of a GIF tuber, because I've made one before, and that was really, it was 10 times as more work, but the finished product looks so good. So I'm gonna do more of a GIF tuber. See, okay, the difference between, because, like, for a PNG tuber, you got the person, and then you got the person talk, and sometimes you can do blinking. And it's 4 frames total. Ish. Yeah, because you got eyes open or eyes closed. So yeah, 4 frames total for a PNG tuber, and that's just at the bare minimum. A GIF tuber, you have like an idle animation. Instead of having one still image, you have like a mini idle animation that's maybe like 3 to 4 frames for just the one, and then for mouth open, talking, and blinking, it's completely... It's another GIF instead of just a PNG. More animation than... Yeah. It is a lot more animation. It is a lot more work, but oh my god. But the finished product looks so good when you do it right. Sometimes it looks like a bit... It can look crowded. Like, the last GIF tuber I did, you can probably find some of the VODs on my YouTube channel, where it looked very pixely and crunchy. But thankfully, my aesthetic for the channel was more synthwave 80s vibe. So the pixelation kind of... Yeah. So the pixelation had more of a purpose to be there. But for this time around, it doesn't have, I don't know, I don't want it to look crunchy. So I did find a free GIF maker online. Hopefully it actually works. Instead of having that, I'm probably just going to do more whimsical vibe here. I try. I try. My aesthetic, God, if you know anything, since you're new here, I'll tell you. Let me show you the timeline of Rune. Give it a minute. This is a large file. Okay. Flashbang. Holy shit. So, this is pre-YouTube Rune, and this is before I had the name of Rune. Let me just, hang on. And then, this kiddo, the cat thing, was my first YouTube avatar. All of those videos are dead now, are gone. So don't bother looking for it. I had this terrible habit of completely wiping my channel every time I rebranded. I did it like 3 times, and I'm so mad at myself for doing that because there was a lot of content that I could have at least kept or archived because I didn't know you could just unlist videos. But anyway, this is more in line with the more modern Rune, because this is when I was Doom the Tygon, and then somewhere in here, like 2020 to like 2019, is when I chose the name Rune, and I've kept that name ever since because it fits. My design, however, has not stayed the same, but the name has. So from 2022 onward, I've had this kind of goblin, cryptid core, witchy aesthetic. Not really witchy, I shouldn't say that. More like, let's just stay with cryptid core. And that was the channel for, like, the longest time. And then this was the wild card because I got really obsessed with Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's a game that the whole aesthetic of Horizon Zero Dawn just it got me right in the brain goo and just had me in a chokehold for a good month. I've never played it either. I just watched a full gameplay of it and listened to the soundtrack and just looked at the aesthetics and the lore, and it was just, oh my god, that is perfect. That is exactly me. Holy shit. Because I had this weird thing where I was trying to combine all of my interests into one aesthetic. But the problem is, I'm interested in a lot of things. Like, I love mythology, folklore, and forests, but I also love 80s grunge, synthwave, dubstep, heavy metal. I love all of that. So I had so many identity crises trying to fit all of the aesthetics into one thing. There was a long time where I was synthwave. I do like this outfit. I love this color combo, but I'm a green person. I try to keep this... Actually... This color of green has been with the channel for so long, I can't get rid of it now. Even though it's not really my favorite color. I tried to abandon that color, and then look what happened. I hit a depressive state because I couldn't figure out why nothing was sticking, and then I became a cat. A cat person. She usually has clothes on, but this is my current Sona. Still have the name Rune. Not getting rid of that. I have the green eye color. So yeah. Goblin core, but also Kid Gore somehow goth. So it's just whimsical and left it at that. Yep. Yep. Love the cat Sona, it's so cute. Thank you. You know, I should have known I should have stayed with the cat Sona, because there was a long time where I almost, like, my first Sona was a rabbit, and then I was almost, weasel coded. Like, I tried to go mustelid for a while. I don't know what the fuck was going on there. I was dealing with some shit off screen. But basically, since I was a kid, my default state was always cat. So I don't know why I was denying. I was denying my destiny for so long. Never seen a Weeza Sona lol. I almost, I still have the design. I kind of like the way it looks, but I just can't, I can't bring myself to get rid of it, but I also can't bring myself to just delete it or to use it in some way. I almost had a mascot named Manic, and I thought, oh, to avoid getting, you know, having to redesign my Sona so often, I'll just give her different, um, colors based on the seasons. That'll be fun, right? And then we can go Kimono Mimi, and then I have, ears and a tail, because that's fun. And that never got off the ground. I'm actually kind of thankful it never got off the ground. But yeah, I don't know what to do with this design, but I can't bring myself to just delete it. Like, your son would be like a raccoon or a possum. That's fun. Basically, anytime I have an identity crisis, I try to draw a new Sona. And then I get over my identity crisis, and I was like, well, great. Now I have this Sona that I have no idea what to do with. New OC! No, I don't like that. Honestly, I just keep forgetting that I have ADHD, and that I just get interested in things. Like, just get obsessed with the idea of things. And then the obsession fades, and it's just, oh, shoot. Where was I? Hello? Been like, it's kind of like I've been on a weekend bender. To put it mildly. And then I just, like, wake up from the haze and just go, what happened? Where am I? Who am I? What's going on here? I mean, God forbid, heaven forbid, when I get interested into a show, holy crap, it just eats my entire personality. And then I feel like I'm annoying people. That still looks bad. Obsessed over a month. Yeah. That's why when I get interested in shows, it is dangerous. It is dangerous when I get interested in shows. Like, you know, that you just said it. Yeah, like Amazing Digital Circus. Whew, that sure was something. Took over all of my brain capacity. Everything I listened to, everything I watched, everything I thought of, everything I read. That was an ordeal. But I really did enjoy myself. It's funny, I actually didn't get into the fandom because, you know, I've been around the block a few times. I know what fandoms are like. I remember the Voltron fandom. So I try to stay out of fandoms. It's like, my first fandom experience was My Little Pony. Actually, no, that's a lie. My first fandom experience was Warrior Cats, as you can probably tell. But Warrior Cats wasn't that bad. And then My Little Pony was like, okay, this is getting a little weird with all the, you know, all these different people. Like, wow, I did not consent to seeing that much porn. I just want to enjoy my show. And then, wait, why are people sending death threats to the creators? Holy, what's going on here? Like, so I'm just like, mm-mm. It's funny. I love the My Little Pony fandom. Same with Warrior Cats. A lot of animation in Warrior Cats. A lot of fan music in MLP. I did enjoy it, but then when Voltron Legendary Defender came out, it's like, okay, what? What are y'all doing? Well, the head was cupcakes and smile like, Tad, your shit. I know. That's why whenever I see something completely unhinged or just out of pocket, my first and only response is always, Tad, yo, shit. Now, if it was like for something that's already adult, you know, like Has-Been Hotel or Hell of a Boss, that's already an adult thing. Despite how much of the audience is children, you know, they can't control who their target demographic is. It is intended for adult audiences. So I don't feel the need to scream "Tad yo shit" whenever I see something like that. But when it comes to something like a kids show, you know, like the Owl House or yeah, like the Owl House or something like that. It's like, oh my god, come on, guys, just ew, just please tag your things, hide it behind, make it really hard to find. You know, now that I'm looking at it, I think this new pose, this second pose actually was the better option. Hold up. I didn't learn anything. I was right all along. Oh, I had it closed, actually. Hold up. I'm gonna have it here. And then this time I'm gonna put it behind the knee, because I don't think I did last time. This is something strange in your neighborhood. Where you gonna go? Ghostbuster. There's something weird and it don't look good. Oh, who you gonna go? Ghostbusters. It's just Celestia opening the letter like, what did My Little Ponies learn today? Dear Princess Celestia. God, that was so funny. That was the Flim and Flam episode, right? The Super Speedy Cider Squeezy 6000. God, that is so... That is such a fun song. I catch myself singing it often. You've got opportunity in this very community. He's Flim with the world famous Flim Flam Brothers. Traveling sales, ponies, nobody. Now wait, you fellers, hold it. You went and oversold it. I guarantee you what you have won't compare. The most very important ingredient can't be done or an expedient. It takes quality and care. Yeah, they're snake oil sale. They're just salesmen, which is scummy enough. But oh my god, did I learn anything? Well, you know, they made a whole horror game about salesmen. If you've never seen gameplay of the game The Salesman, oh my god. I know I've talked about it on stream before, and because I'm getting major deja vu, but oh my god, it was so funny, but it was also just so sad and terrifying because this isn't horror. This is like literally happening around us every day. What's the premise? Okay, so the salesman, basically the game is you are out of a job because the business you worked for laid you off with unpaid leave, and you're trying to find a job, and then the only job you can find is selling different appliances and buying from this one company, the Chroma Core company. But you have to watch ads in the game. But the ads are funny. The ads are funny. And then as the game progresses, the salesman starts appearing in places he really shouldn't. While you're just trying to find a damn job while eating leftover ramen and drinking coffee. And then it gets to the point where basically every appliance in your house is running ads, and you just have to sit through it while you listen to the same stupid music while they try to sell you their product. It actually is scarier than that. It's not just, oh my god, unskippable ads, ooh, so spooky. It actually does have a horror element to it, and I want to keep that to surprise. If you want, recommended gameplay, I recommend watching Pezzy. Yeah, I recommend watching Pezzy play it, because I like Pezzy, he's really funny. Him and all his bros. Is it how... P-E-Z-Z-Y, I think. He's also on Twitch, but he's got 3 Z's on Twitch. I think on YouTube it's just 2. He plays a bunch of horror games. He's also a speedrunner on Twitch. Sometimes he'll play Roblox horror games. Now, I hate Poppy Playtime, but he likes Poppy Playtime, and, you know, I like watching Pezzy, so, you know, I was like, I'll stomach sitting through some Poppy Playtime bullshit, because he makes the experience so actually enjoyable. He's got the most... He's kind of famous for nearly throwing his headphones across the room whenever he gets a jump scare, because he's just so jumpy. But it's not like he's jumpy as in skittish, as in he's just jumpy like when... Because literally, he'd be like sitting... anytime a jump scare happened, his whole webcam just goes... And it's, oh my god! Where'd my mouse go? Where's my headphone? Are you broken? Are you broken? Hang on, let me fix it. Let me fix it. Wait! It's so funny. One time he was playing a Garfield horror game. It makes sense in context. And he got jump scared so bad he knocked his webcam off the desk. It just go flying. It's, oh my god! In the video, it's so funny. You just see his blurry face going, it's okay. It's okay. Fortunately, I have to dash and I gotta eat dinner. Well, you go eat your din-dins. Get your nom on. Bye! God, is that gonna be added to my vocabulary because I just finished binging The Owl House? Yeah, that's probably gonna be in my vocabulary now. Not that I'm complaining. I like The Owl House. And Hunter is one of my favorite characters. I mean, unsurprisingly, Sad Boy Hours. Like, how could I not? God, the way I draw hands has not changed at all in 4 years. Righty. So anyway, yeah. when it comes, I don't play video games, I just watch gameplay, and it's usually Pezzy or any of the Clueless crew. Which is kind of sad that their podcast is ending soon, but they did say they were moving on to bigger and better things, that they were still going to be doing their reacts and gaming channel, and that they just recognized that they aren't podcast guys, which, you know, I get it. Unless I have a theme for something, I often run out of topics. It's like, when their theme is just whatever comes to mind. Good. Badungas. I wasn't that busty in this version, was I? I don't think I was. I'm gonna... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna get the most of the sketch done, and then I'm gonna pivot the body to make the pose a little bit more dynamic. Alright. There we go, that's a little better. Oh my god, we're just gonna deal with that for now. We're just gonna deal with that. KB. There we go, there we go, there we go. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot. There we go. Yeah, that's how you move things without merging them down, while also keeping them... How you move everything together without merging anything down. You put it all in a folder, and then just whoosh, close the folder, and then I can move all three of these. There we go. Much more dynamic. Now that we got the best skeleton. Okay, so I had the 4 fangs. No, that's not correct. This is what I call my ghoul teeth. Alright, if I keep looking at the ref sheet, or at the reference photo, I'm just gonna recreate it without actually adding any of my style updates. So we're just going to... We're gonna keep going until I need, color reference. Oh, the lashes I drew were big uns. Bittersweet melody, wanna dance on your floor, 'cause I know what you don't. It is me you adore. How does it feel to breathe when you're dead? I've never seen you out of your head. Cut to the bone is broken us. I've had the same bangs for over 5 years. Well, almost the same bangs for over 5 years. That is actually really funny how I have not changed the hairstyle, like, really at all. Now here I had the bits and then the lengths were separate. Yeah. Because that's how my hair was cut. That does not look good. And then my cloak thing had a turtleneck, not as big as the cloak one, so I actually need to calm down. Because when I had the hood, the turtleneck was a lot bigger, or the cowl thing. And now my cat wants it. Hey! Boshi! Seriously, what is your problem? Ah! Oh my god. Boshi! Leave her alone! I'm gonna drop kick that fucking cat. Hey, Hawk. Are you okay? Yeah. Sorry about that. Cats don't like each other. Like, at all. Wait, what even is this outfit? Hang on, I'm... This outfit was when I was first embracing the fact that I liked dark whimsy. And finally allowed myself to actually indulge and engage. So the first attempt is a little bit rusty. And then I had stockings and shoes. Okay. Actually, no, let's just make them knee-highs. That'll be easier. When you fall, but I know what you don't. It is me you adore. How does it feel to breathe when you're dead? I've never seen you out of your head. Cut to the bone, broken outside. How sad. Okay, and then bracelet there, and then ring there. Okay. And then it's just black shading a la Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Actually, I had a way out. You know what? Whatever. Oh, I also, for some reason, needed to add my tooth necklace. don't actually know the book is hiding it, so let's just shoop. And then do it that way. That's a little better. There we go, there we go. I can't show off the ring from this angle. Oh, it was a completely different... Oh, I don't have a reference there. It was a completely different shape. Hold on. Whoops. Spaced out during my own drawing. Okay, just making sure. Okay. For some reason, my... Let's flip it. It could be just because of perspective, but the legs and feet look like they're too big in comparison to the head and torso. But it could just be the perspective being weird. Because usually I draw heads way too big, and that's an issue. But here... Here it's proportionate, so I'm not sure what's going on. And here it's proportionate, so... Probably just the shoes. It might just be the shoes. Hold up. No, the shoes are fine. Yeah, they're cartoonishly big. It's fine. Ugh. come on. I'm trying to open my water bottle and it got stuck. You okay, Hawk? Huh? You good? Kitty kitty. And my poor baby girl has this terrible habit of getting the crap beat out of her. Hey, baby. You want to sit on the chair? We could do cat cam. No. You don't want to? Okay. And she wants me to open the door. Hopefully y'all can't see the... Wow. Hopefully y'all can't hear the TV. Because my dad's watching TV. I know the iris was the brown, so it wasn't a full black. I didn't do full black irises till much later. Hang on, I want to try something real quick. Okay, yeah, for some reason that looks better. I don't know why. Did I do clean line art for this one? I didn't. I did colored line art, but I didn't do clean sketch. I just did a clean sketch. Okay. Kind of want to do full line art just to show how much my style has changed. But then again, this was mostly just a, like an experiment with the new design. The fuck? Oh, jeez. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna close that door. Yep, my dad is watching Yellowstone. And I fucking hate that show. And yeah, someone is getting murdered. And now my cat. Why? You were just chilling in here and then I closed the door. What's up? I think she wants more food. Hang on, I need to top off her bowl. I'll be right back. You are a bossy little baby. Hmm? Yeah, okay. Okay. Hopefully that'll satiate her for a little bit. Good gracious. You know, I'm gonna do clean line art. I want this redraw to actually look different and more akin to what I actually do for illustrations. Especially since Art Fight really inspired me to go hog wild. As exhausted as I was this year during Art Fight, I do enjoy... Oh, that's what I did last time. Okay. I do enjoy Art Fight because it does inspire a unique part of creativity. Although it is exhausting in the way that I am actively drawing other people's OCs and I want them to look good. And I want it, when I do an illustration, I want it to mean something, but if I don't know the character that well, the art piece can just be, alright, let's just have them smiling at the camera, or let's just have them sitting on a tree or something, sitting on a rock or in a thing, or I have huge profiles and backgrounds for my characters, but I applaud people that actually read those things. As heaven knows, when I see a bunch of text on a screen, I'm like, alright, hang on. I need to be in the proper headspace to take all that in. Hey man, thank you for the big ol' for the nice lore in the profile. I ain't reading all that. I do feel bad though. I just noticed that this hairstyle is very similar to how I draw my Sonus hair now. Like, it is uncanny how similar I draw it. So, everything's come full circle. There we go. Hmm. No. There we go. Yep. Yes, the sound effects are mandatory for drawing long, steady lines. Hang on, hold on, hold on. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta pop her in reverse. There we go. I turned into such a country western hillbilly. But then again, you know, look where I was raised. I will be coloring the line art for this one. Dude, for this year's animatic, am I gonna do fully rendered? Because like as the years go by, my animatics have gotten more and more detail. Because every time I do something that's like a yearly thing, my overachieving brain wants to always take it up a notch every year. Hello? The bug just flew by my screen. Oh god, I have not changed at all when it comes to drawing hats. New. Oh, balls. Okay, let's just be mindful of the skeleton. Ah. Away. There we go. Okay, it's better, but not. I'm just gonna turn down the, there we go. the line weight just a touch. Sometimes I forget to be mindful of line weight, and then I get things that look wacky in some places. But it's just my art style. Why are you stunting my creativity? It's part of my art style. There we go. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Then she wanted the door open, and then she wanted me to go into the bathroom with her, and then she wanted me to fill up her water cup. Because it was empty. No, I have cat hair all over me because she demands to be petted before she drinks her water. Cats, man. Gotta love them. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there. He once was a true love of mine. Tell him to make me a something shirt. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Man, I love that song. Don't know half the words. Remember me to one who lives there. He once was a true love of mine. Okay. Skin. There it is. Jeez. Pale AF. The beacons are lit! The beacons of Minas Tirith are lit! Gondor calls for aid! Damn! Brighter hell. Ow. Bro. That was not fun. I slew sages, Mary and time. Remember me to one who lives there. He once was a true love of mine. Just me in time. It's plain to see that will be a true love again. Or something like that. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Bow. Oh. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Annie, would you tell him? I'm struck too many. You've been hit by. You've been struck by a smooth criminal. You can tell when the ADHD is getting the best of me. Like when I've probably had too much sugar while drinking this monster, because I get into a music mode. But also I get into a music mode when I'm tired. Like when I'm streaming, the reason why I don't stream a whole lot anymore is just because I've been in a video essay and music mood whenever I'm working. And that does not make good streaming content. Are you okay? Are you okay, Eddie? Man, I kind of miss this color combo. Oh, wait. Okay, I need to do this. And then... What are we doing here? Okay, I'm airbrushing lighter bits in. Because this is the... I dyed my hair a long time ago orange and purple in this exact pattern. So I decided, you know, my Sona should look like me, right? So I'm going to design my Sona based on the type of hair color and style that I want, and then I'll keep styling my hair. But then if I ever changed my hairstyle, I got somewhat depressed because then I wasn't matching my Sona or some stupid bullshit like that. That's the part they don't tell you about being mentally ill. It's not actually fun, whimsy, wee hoo hoo ha ha. I am fucking miserable most of the time. But I can't... Here's the thing with being mentally ill and aware, and I've mentioned this several times on the channel before. I am fully aware that some of the thoughts and coping mechanisms I have aren't exactly healthy or helpful, and they're completely unreasonable, but does that stop the mentality or behavior? No, I can't stop it. That's the problem. That's why it is an illness. It's like telling someone with the stomach flu to stop throwing up because it's making them miserable. It's like, really? You don't say. Wow, I would have never thought of that on my own. Thank goodness you were here to tell me to just stop throwing up. To just stop being sick. Oh my god. So glad you're here to tell me these things. I'm going to bury you alive. Never in the history of mental illness has anyone gotten better by being told, hey, stop being sad. Okay, I didn't have the... Yeah, no, I did. I didn't have the red on my face yet. That was a different Sona. I did have the character design wherewithal to keep repeating colors. As I think, yeah, the eye, the hat, and the appendages are the same color. And that's it. I don't even listen to Michael Jackson all that often, but when when Jackson gets stuck in my head, phew, I'm gone. I'm gone. Like literally 24/7. It's just gonna be Thriller, Thriller, night. Or my new favorite Jackson song, Dirty Diana. Dirty Diana. Actually, no, what is my favorite? I mean, because there's Smooth Criminal, Thriller. Was Man in the Mirror Michael Jackson? I'm starting with the man in the mirror. It sounds like a Jackson song. I'm asking him to make a change. Oh, excuse me. I completely forgot. No, my favorite Michael Jackson song of all time is They Don't Really Care About Us. Bars. I mean, Dirty Diana is a vibe, but it's not something I'd like re-listen to. No, I do re-listen to it. It's not something I'm like, okay, just pick a Jackson song for the day. Yeah, if my favorite Jackson songs were in a house fire and I could only save one, it would be a really hard decision, but I would probably pick They Don't Really Care About Us, but I try my best to also save Dirty Diana. Only because of the history behind it, because I know it was one of Princess Diana's favorite songs, and man, I love Princess Diana. Don't anyone ever say a bad thing about Princess Diana. Like, try it. Try to say a bad thing about Princess Diana. Watch how fast you'll get banned. Banned. Not put in timeout. Banned. Fuck. Okay, the gray on the jewelry is the same gray in her eyes. That's another repeating color that I had the wherewithal to. I think it is. I'm just deciding that it is. Okay, and this is not black, it's just very damn near close to black. Now, when I say those are my favorite Michael Jackson songs. I'm just talking about Michael Jackson. I'm not talking about the Jackson 5 because I do like the Jackson 5, but there's not a whole lot of Jackson 5 songs specifically that I remember really really liking. I still like the Jackson 5. And whenever a Jackson 5 or a Michael Jackson song is playing, I'm like, ooh. Yeah, sing it, Mike. Oh, that's why. You wouldn't let us be, no, no, no. Skinhead down and everybody gone back. Situation activation. Hate me, you can never take me, still, do me. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us, All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. The reason why I would save they don't really care about us if it was in a house, if like all of Michael Jackson's songs were in a house fire, the reason why I would save they don't really care about us is because it was such a cultural phenomenon having and where he filmed the music video, where he, who he had do the percussion for the song was each part of the song was planned out to be, to mean something specific. To call out the hypocrisy and the, how governments don't really care about their people. It was Stick It to the Man before before School of Rock was a musical. And I don't know for sure. I'll probably have to fact check it, so anyone who knows can tell me. Did Jackson's They Don't Really Care About Us come out before Twisted Sister's We're Not Gonna Take It? I'm pretty sure it did based on the timeline, but then again, I don't know time. Like, time does not exist in my brain. Like, the fact that it is barely 10 o'clock and I've been streaming for an hour and 30 minutes has not registered. You guys. Hold on. I can't have the camera any closer. Shit. I can't pull her any closer without waking her up. Damn. Maybe if I just... Oh, that's it. Alright, hang on. There we go. Cat cam. There we go. Sleepy kitty. Oh, look at her little paws twitching. Oh. I can't zoom in at all, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, look at her. Oh, she's such baby. Oh, she is so baby. I'm just gonna turn the to-do list off. There we go. Yeah, because Michael Jackson was more 70s. I don't think he was 80s, even though he knew Diana, who died in the 80s. I'm trying to rack my brain, but it's not happening. The racking is not working. You proclamation promised me free liberties. No, I don't really want to see what Roosevelt was living. He wouldn't let this be. No, no, no. Skinhead, deadhead, everybody gone. Situation. In the soup, on the news, everybody darn rude. Oh, damn it. I ran out of room. Free transform and shrink a dink. Instead of drawing it by hand, I'm just going to... Hello. Did not mean to click that. I'm just gonna get the... cheeseburger whopper. Where is the copy-pasted butterfly? Did I get rid of it like an idiot? You know, I'm just gonna use this one. And then we'll color over it. Shaboom, shaboom. Shaboom, shaboom. Life could be a dream if I could take you up in paradise up above. And you would tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Hello, hello, then. Shaboom, beam, boom, and Elena, 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 a boo 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 whip, a dibber. Oh, life could be a dream, life could be a dream, sweetheart. Up in paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, life could be a dream, sweetheart. Every time I look at you, something is on my mind. If you do what I want you to, baby, we're being so fine. Oh, life could be a dream. Shaboom, if I could take you up in paradise up above. Shaboom, to tell me, darling, I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. I know I look a little sunburnt in this one. Just give it a second. There we go. Subtlety. And then I did do full shading and lighting, so I'm just gonna do this one, and then we're gonna... There we go. I don't know if it's just because I have... For a cisgender woman, I surprisingly have man voice most of the time. Or maybe it's just because my my allergies are acting up. But oops. Well, I didn't want that. Hang on, there we go. Whee! But I mean, I can do the or whatever the hell it is that makes me laugh every time. I honestly prefer the what is it, faster, better, stronger, but with Whopper. I would listen to that for hours. And you Whopper my way, Whopper my way, Whopper, Whopper, Junior, Whopper, double trip. Lettuce, mayo, pickle, ketchup. It's okay if I don't want that. And you Whopper my way, Whopper my way. Let's get you perfect toppers. Okay, now we do the multiply. And then this one I did it in... What is the lighting temperature? Pink. That would make sense. It is the polar opposite to what the lighting is. So we're gonna do that. Hold on, fellas, hold on. It's not gonna look like this forever. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Trust the process, trust the process. The process must be trusted or it won't work. There we go. And then... There we go. I'm gonna add a hard light layer at the 50 mark. In a... Lettuce, mayo, pickles, ketchup. It's okay. I don't want that. And you walk from my way, walk from my way. Kitty. Hey, kitty, 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 kitty. Hang on. Maybe she'll be okay with this? Hey, baby. Yeah, oh, baby. Here we go. Yeah, kitty. It won't happen every stream, guys, but when she's here, we will have the cat cam. When she's on this chair. Because she is baby. Yesterday I got really worried about her because she was hiding under the bed all day. And I think she hurt her leg because now she's fine. But like all yesterday she was not letting me touch her leg at all. But oh goodness, oh sorry. But now she's fine. So I think she just maybe strained it, or she just wasn't feeling it that day. Because I had heard fighting, because we got stray cats around here too, and they pick fights. It's not fun. Burr. Um, I'm actually gonna turn the... What happened? That's why it looks weird. Oh my god, I accidentally put her eye? Wait. What is that? Oh my god. I see what I have done. Oh my god. I am so pissed right now. Alright, hang on. She has abandoned us. Cat has abandoned us. This is truly dark times. Fucking fuck me. I was doing the highlights on the same layer as the eyes. We live and learn. God, now the old me would immediately start drinking. But the new me doesn't have any alcohol on hand. Okay, she has abandoned us, so cat cam gone. I mean, other than that colossal fuck up, damn it. It doesn't look bad. It actually looks really good. Shit, there we go. Had to put my webcam back.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
I'm tired, bitches in this house. Make me lose my mind. I don't get no sleep because of y'all. Now y'all not get no sleep because of me. I not get no sleep because of y'all. Now y'all not get no sleep because of me. What even was the context for that clip? I gotta know. What was going on to make that woman snap like that? And honestly, depending on the context, I might not blame her. But honestly, when my sleep is interrupted, holy, you best believe I am a monster. Quietly. I'm like this seething lump in the corner. Like the amount of mental curses I am throwing for my sleep being interrupted would make Satan blush. Enough to make the devil blush. Devil went down to Georgia, was looking for a soul to steam. Actually, I haven't listened to Devil Went Down to Georgia in a while. A fun song. I could never learn to play the violin or anything like that, but I like listening to violin music. My name's Johnny, and it might be a sin, but I'll take your bets. I'm the best there ever was. No, I'm the best that ever is. And I think that's it. Oh my. This is making me feel so nostalgic in a way that is extremely dangerous. But hold on, I did promise to color the line art. So, uno momento. I'll just color a little bit of the lines. I won't go full colored line art. Now, it's not noticeable, because usually for my comic, I'll have the colored line art at 20%. And then, let's do the mouth. I have not saved that entire time, so we were really playing with fire. Other forms. Not witch. 2026. Redraw. Go away. Look at that. Hang on. Let me get rid of this. Let's pull up a side-by-side comparison so we can take the gander. Man. Okay, here's the original. Here's the redraw. Original, redraw. I think the posing and silhouette is overall a lot more striking and dynamic, but the actual technique, I think, is a lot more more developed, while this this one is a lot more reserved. Well, this one feels it's a lot more high energy. Probably because her posture is completely different. And the fact that I didn't make it a tight-fitting skirt. And the book does look like it's floating a little bit more, so the posing is definitely the biggest difference. But I think the overall polish of the latest piece is a lot more developed, a lot more advanced than the original. Oh, I just did purple line art here. You know what? Yeah, let me add a little bit of purple. Well, purple. Actually, you know, let's do this purple. There we go. So just a little bit there. There we go. Aww. Bittersweet melody when I dance on your floor, 'cause I know what you don't. It is me you adore. How does it feel to breathe when you're dead? I'm gonna make the... There we go. That looks a little bit better. So it's just a hint of purple. I think that looks really good. You definitely see that my line art has gotten a lot more confident. I still do like this original. it is a representative of a very fun and experimental part of my life, especially in content creation, where I kind of discovered I can do whatever I want and not have to worry about being accepted. It was just, oh, this is fun. I like the hat in this one more. Now, this hat is definitely got a lot more silhouette to it, more shape, but I think this one is just a little bit more accurate. If I could go back and change anything, I would make the hat bigger, just to really push the brim outward. Knowing me, I probably would wear, if I had a witch hat, I would wear the most biggest, ridiculous wizard hat. Oi! There was a moth trying to get into my monster. I really hope nothing is floating in that now. I'm just gonna drink the rest of it. No bugs. That was a gamble. Oh, I didn't. Shoot. It's okay. I still got time. That took 2 hours. Granted, I did have to stop to yell at the cat. I was talking about lore stuff. I had to feed the cat, so yeah. My goodness. I'm so proud of how this looks. I made the book more glowy, but it looked kind of weird. It glowing under the line art. I kind of like that it's just the pages glowing. And also accentuated the magic coming from her hands more instead of just blobs. And she definitely looks more vampiric and less British. Like, I don't know what it is, but looking at this face, the way I drew the teeth here, she looks very British. Very English. Well, this one she looks more vampiric, which was the original vibe. So if past me would be losing my mind, she'd be losing her mind over how good this looks. While current me would tell her that her posing is still really good. Anyway, I'm going to save close. And here's the thing with this one, y'all. I don't know what to do for the pose for this. Now, I know I'm probably... Hang on, let me bring up the other riff sheet. I know I'm not going to wear the same outfit that my Sona does in her usual ref. This outfit I can save for videos, but for streaming, since we got the fuchsia to dark blue and with orange, you know, going back to the orange and purple aesthetic, I can't rightly have her just wearing a blue hoodie with the green eyes. So the green is definitely going to be the pop of color. So her outfit should match the rest, or at the very least not distract from it, but also being poppy enough. Not poppy playtime, chill. just, it should still pop enough to where it looks good. But I'm struggle busing, guys. The reason why I haven't gotten my PNG tuber done, even though I've been working on it for technically 2 weeks, I don't know what to do. Alright, hang on. I need to blow my nose. So I'm just gonna mute real quick. Where's the button? There it is. That's not the button. Here's the button. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I know I get disgusted when I hear people, like, sniffling and blowing their noses, so I thought I'd... Oh, this with the jacket actually looks really cute. Hold on. Maybe... Boots with the fur. If I would look at her. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, shot it got low, 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 low. Now, do I have the shirt go down here, or do I keep the high-waisted mom jeans? Or do I put in a corset? You know what? Fuck it. Because why don't we go full manic? Bottom jeans, boots with the fur. The club was looking at her. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, shot it got low, 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 low. I don't know why that song is in my head now. Oh, I know what it was. I was listening to the Misery, CPR, and Reese's Puffs mashup because I think that song is so funny. One of them tries to have apple bottom jeans in it as well, and I'm sorry, but I can't hear it. Whenever it's like they add apple bottom jeans, and it's like I can't even hear it over the Misery, CPR, and Reese's Puffs. I can't hear apple bottom jeans, so why is it even there? I'll say dip, I give it a CPR. I don't like that. It's like, oh, I'm watching on VCR. Tight as a virgin boy, don't get nervous. Tight. Maybe just provide a service, right? So dip, I give it a CPR. So I'll just have her shirt tucked in here. Okay. This. Inland Way. Girl, you really got me bad. You really got me bad. I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna get you back. Let me be to set me free. Oh yeah, I am in misery. Ain't nobody can comfort me. Oh yeah, girl, you really got me bad. You really got me bad. I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna get you back. That is a version, boy. Don't get nervous. Tired. I'm here to serve you. Prefer to serve us right. I saved it by giving a CPR. I saved it by giving a CPR. It's my porn. I'm watching on VCR. I'm thinking of making her pants gray and the vest purple. Hang on, let's try that instead. Let's give let's give purple vest. Purple. Even no, this isn't really purple. This is more of a dark magenta, dark fuchsia. And then we get the okay, better. Black pants. I actually do have a pair of jeans, not cut this short, but they're full pants that are this color. Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars? I could really use a wish right now, wish right now, wish right now. Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars? I could really use a wish right now, wish right now, wish right now. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, I kind of like that. Kind of a vibe. Matches the background. Very seasonal. Not something that would, be worn year-round. I don't know, maybe. I like green, but I look good in orange and, like, red tones. Honestly, I have a more neutral skin tone, naturally. So, I look good in everything. Except white. I hate wearing white. Even though it does make me look pretty tan. Same with teal. Now, I don't mind wearing teal. Teal makes me look very tan. I kind of like it. But white, oh my god, I hate wearing white so bad. And it's mostly because of the pits and the staining. And most white shirts are extremely see-through. And I'm like, nah. Y'all don't need to know all that. If I wear white, it has to be a tank top. And even then, the white tank top that I do have is on thin ice. Only because I like the shirt. Okay, I like the fit. I like the overall look. Overall aesthetic matches. Ice pop. Design. Shown. Posing, though. The problem is posing. What am I to do with the posing? Because I don't want to just have her standing there. I'm doing a gift tuber, so it needs to go... It needs to go wow. You know? This is enough to make us go wild. Knight in shining armor. Sore, but for more. My erection. Just did me for correction, baby. Move your hips to this beat. Can't stay on your seat. Having so much fun, we will never be done. Sing out the song, you can never be wrong. Don't call me crazy, but here comes the lady. Did I just... hang on. Hold up a diddly darn minute. Where is it? Did I just copy? No, I didn't. Okay, so we had a different shirt going on. You know, let me look at the other one. Let me cross-reference. Yep, I almost had it. I actually gave this outfit to another character I have. Wow. Another character I have. Candy. And they look really good in that outfit. I do like this dress, though. Oh my. This would be a fun, outfit for my Sona in, like, in an illustration. That would be really fun for a fall illustration. Wearing the pinafore. That's what they're called. Oh my god, I was trying to talk to my sister about the vibe of wearing the corset with the frilly shirt, and I'm sitting there, it's not a corset because there's a very specific type to it, and it involves the bust. What is it called? I finally just remembered. Pinafore. Oh my god. I'm gonna end stream just starting to go run over to her room and say, Pinafore! I was talking about pinafores! But she's probably in bed now, so... she kind of blends in with the background. Well, hold on though, because I'm gonna be using VideoTube Mini, and VideoTube always adds a colored layer around their designs. So what we would be looking at is something. It's not a huge outline, but it's noticeable enough. Hang on, let me just trace it real quick. For the GIF, I definitely want to have her moving in some way. Maybe, like, I just thought of the idea of giving her a little ear flick. Like Caracoles do, and I'm just like, oh god, that'd be so funny. A lot of frames, a lot of animation would be involved, but, like I said, end product would look good. Okay, yeah. Veto 2 would give a little bit of an outline, so it would yeah, that would look fine. Look fine.
Okay, now for posing.
Ashy jakey. Alright, apple bottom jeans, blue with the fur. Everybody in the club was looking at her. I literally, some mornings I sound like that one, morning voice video that one guy did. Like, morning, David. Like, you sound like you're narrating a Ford commercial. Yeah, I get that sometimes. My voice is just really deep in the morning. Can I have my coffee in peace? That's literally me sometimes in the morning when sometimes I'll wake up with a sore throat because I sleep with the fan on. And I have really bad allergies. So sometimes I'll just wake up and I sound like I just took a cheese grater to the throat. It's a freaking cat, boss, okay? It's a cat. Why does it make that sound? I don't know. Why do you sound like you swallowed a cheese grater? I had tonsillitis as a child. You know that. You were there. I miss that video so much. I miss the Undertale fandom so much. Man, used to love that time. Look, it's 3 in the fucking morning, boss! You know, it's because of that video with Underfell Sans adopting the cat Doomfangor is why my gamer tag was Doomfangor for the longest time. That eventually became Doomfang. That eventually became Doom the Tygon. That eventually became Rune, then became Rune Steomorph. So I have to thank that Undertale fan video in particular for my entire internet identity. Shall be called Doomfangor, the beast with a deadly bite. And you will serve I haven't quite decided what you will do yet, but I know that you will strike mortal terror into the hearts of my enemies. Who's a good kitty? Who's a good kitty? Not the great and terrible Papyrus hated fuzzy wuzzy little cute things. He's not cute, Sans. I think I have that entire video memorized. I don't remember. No. I don't fucking believe this. What? You want a pet? So my puns are stupid now, is that it? Everybody look. I'm the great Papyrus. I practice evil laughs in the shower like a freaking dingus. That doesn't sound like an impersonation. Like a mockery. You're mocking me, aren't you? The original version of Underfell is very dark, but as soon as they became like comedic, trying hard to be spooky, but they're actually sweethearts vibe hit the when I hate it when this happens, but and this time I'll allow it. The woobification of Underfell is so funny. It made the AU so much more interesting, so much more enjoyable that way. And that's just my opinion. Okay, that's a little bit better. A little bit better. And then I can reuse that color. Yeah. Yeah, we know. Yeah. Meow meow. Meow meow. I love tuna. I don't know why that's my default stim sound, I guess. I guess it's a stim. Ugh, I'm just in a scratchy, gravelly headspace. Like my throat, my sinuses hurt, man. Usually when I get a headache, it's stored in, it's either in the temples or in the sinuses. I really like the outfit. I really do. It's dangerous how much I like this outfit. It's just deposing. Depose? Depose. Posing. Everybody pose. This is why making VTubers is a quite the ordeal. Now, when it comes to like other emotes, you know, like if I have a coffee drinking emote or a BRB, or I've had several emotes where I would hit it when someone else came in and I needed to talk to them, because that happens a lot, especially when I'm streaming during the day. So I have that on standby. Sometimes I'll have a rant one. But sometimes I just forget to use it. And sometimes I'll be like taking a drink and I'll be like, oh, I forgot to switch over. Oops. So I'm just spacing out. I got so used to streaming with a webcam on. Now that I'm no longer doing webcam, I forgot y'all can't see my facial expressions or me gesturing with my hands, which is a fine. A fine. Wow, it's fine. This is fine. You know, while we're here, we might as well fix this to match the sketch we got going. Okay. The task list. Where did I put that? Is that in stream assets? It is. It is. It is. Here it is. Whopper. 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 Lettuce, mayonnaise, pickles, ketchup. It's okay if I don't want that. Any Whopper my way, Whopper my way, Whopper, Whopper. Junior Whopper. Double trip. Perfect combo. I will with this thing. I kind of like that. Then this can be I update. I'm just gonna save this. I'm gonna keep the raw file because then I can change. I can update the task list for the seasons. Oh god, I'm thinking seasonal again. God damn it. Oh, we're back where we started. Anyway. I just want things to look cool. Whatever that may be. Come on. Oops. Oh man. That is small. If I just... No, I can't. Okay, hang on. If I just... Because if I just keep the task list relegated to, like, per stream, I think it'll be a lot easier to manage. Alright, what symbol shall I put next to done? There's no check mark thing on the keyboard, so... If I do that, maybe? Yeah, this is really all I have for stream, so... Okay, yeah, that looks good. I'll have to update the screenshot. Okay. To actually match the parameters. But in the meantime, if we... I really like the outfit. I don't want to hide it behind, like, a sketchbook or something. Because I'm left-handed, so my arm would be covering this, so we'd only be seeing, like, this part of the body. And I think I want it to be a running gag that my ears are always covering part of the to-do list, as I just think that's really freaking funny. Which is why I changed my offline photo to that. Get your big-ass ears out of the damn caption! Yeah, no, that's not gonna work, honey. I might just have to do all reliable. System mind, I thought I knew you. And then one night of pain and tears, she started one of 1,000 years. Feels like hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Some will tell you otherwise. There's another one who cries, Sister mine. Thought I knew ya. Look at you, you've grown so tall, but no one knows your face at all. When I'm back, well, I'll sing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. I mean, that's pretty basic. I like the outfit, though. Matches the vibe. This will be the stream vibe. Like my GiftTuber outfit. And then in videos, it'll be a hoodie, because the videos are going to be a lot more casual, probably. Different color palette. Who knows? Maybe I'll just redraw assets every time I want an outfit change. I kind of like the grayscale outfit, so it's just the shape. Well, I got the markings now. I kind of like how simple that is, because I can draw like a million different sprites and get it done in half the time, because I'm not focused on the coloring phase. It's literally just the values. This is too similar to what I had for my last PNG tuber. Or, no, the one before that. The one with the demon horns. That one would not work, so I gotta think of something else. I gotta brainstorm. Alright, it'll be from here up. You know, would be brave. There's this one, way, 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 way back on the channel. I had, it wasn't a PNG tuber, I didn't know about those at the time, but I had a still image of, it was my persona like this the whole time. And it was really funny. Since we're gonna be looking at this, and I do talk a lot, I want it to look interesting, to look visually interesting even when I'm not talking, which... Hello? Big O crash. I think the cats are just playing. Because I want it to look visually interesting when I'm not talking, which is why I really liked the setup for my synthwave streams, because I was in a bedroom and I was like drawing on a tablet on my bed, and the actual like drawing was like in the window, and I had like I had a lava lamp and books and different movies and plushies behind me. And it was like I was drawing like the PNG tuber was me drawing. Hang on, let me go get it. I think I still have one of the images saved. Space. Here it is. It was this, and it was me drawing. Damn, I drew my arms buff. And behind the curtains is where I put the drawing display, to where it was just this part. It wasn't the side panels at all. And I do like this. It was a very interesting environment. Very, it told a lot about me. Because I love lava lamps. And behind my head, you can only see it when I moved, but behind my head it was Babylon 5, Stargate, Godzilla, I think. A few other movies. My rabbit plushie that I've had since I was basically a baby. And a shark plushie that I have in my office. This was the Synthwave reference, the America Online Direct Connect. This is just a PNG of a Marvin Martian action figure that I still have. It's to the left of me right now. The iconic jacket, 2 Tron discs, and neon sign that says Gojira. So it told a lot about me without... You know, I just drew the background once, and then I just drew this on top. And I had one for drawing while I was talking, and then I had one for when I was talking and not drawing, and just gesturing, so it was just more of a yap sesh. And then I think I had one for drinking. And then when I was BRB, it was just the empty bed. I'll have to look back at some of the VODs, but I really liked that GIF tuber. because they were gifts. But my God, that was 3 days of work. It kind of made me upset because I really liked how much detail I put into these cherry blossoms and the stupid space background that I still think looks dumb. But I mean, yeah, I mean, cool lava lamps. But this is also accurate to what I like. I'm still really proud of how this asset looks. I'm feeling the fall vibe. So I'm gonna have to either come up with something completely different eventually to have me like in a study or something if I want to go crazy. Or we don't do that and we just have this for now. And then do something else. Who knows? I am actually going to think on that later. So we're coming up on 3 hours. I'm going to end stream here. Because we did the redraw, which turned out really good. I'm very proud of that. So that's one thing off the task list. And we finalized a design for the gift tuber. We haven't gotten the pose, but at least we finalized the design and it's really cool. I kind of like the idea, you know, like the sitting on the pillows, being chill, because the idea behind my Sona being a cat in a hoodie was comfort maxing. You know, just doing only what makes me comfortable. But now I'm not so sure on the pillows. Anyway. Something to think about. Until later. Whenever that may be, I have no idea when I'll be back on Twitch. I did say I was gonna try and stream on YouTube every Friday, but I don't know what I would stream tomorrow. And besides, I got a few things to do tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll actually go live. Shall we, YouTube? But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. Bye-bye. Or bye. I say ba-boy. Because it sounds like bubba boy. Or dat boy. So.